Nice quiet weather day across Montana today, so this is a good time to start to analyze the bigger picture view, or the long wave pattern, taking you out through the next 2 weeks through the middle part of the month of March. So as we analyze the big picture, we have 3 storm systems, one off the coast of Japan, another one up here in, well, basically north of the Aleutian Islands heading into Alaska, and another storm system that's sitting here just off the Pacific Northwest coast. So it's a 1, 2, 3 punch. Some of these will be weak, some of these will be a little stronger, but they all do bring the potential for some changing weather conditions, especially the closer we get to the middle part of the month. So as we analyze our model data, this is a 500 millibar graphic taking you up to that mid-level of the atmosphere, and we have isobars here, or bars of equal barometric pressure, and what we try and find here in this pattern is the trough and ridge. That tells us where the colder air and warmer air will continue to play out. So we got a system moving through here basically through the weekend. It's not expected to be a significant storm, but it could bring some increasing snow. But we'll watch this low kind of break off and dig down the coast, and that'll begin to swing back into California by the time we get into the middle part of next week. The flow turns a little more zonal across the Pacific Northwest and Montana. That's holding colder air to our north and warmer air to our south, so the zonal flow will keep temperatures near average for the most part. But here comes another area of low pressure digging down off the Canadian coast down into the Pacific Northwest, and by the time we get into the middle part of the month, we got this stretched out trough sitting here. So it looks like a cooler, wetter weather pattern. So as we take a look at the traditional satellite radar model forecast data, give you an idea, this first system does bring a little bit of wet weather, especially across the Pacific Northwest, Northern California, and extending up into Montana, but that'll be gone by Monday or Tuesday of next week. Again, this next storm system is a low that's digging down towards the southern end of California. That'll begin to move inland, but that's well south of us, but it does move into the four corners of the United States by Wednesday of next week. But here comes this storm diving out of the Gulf of Alaska by Wednesday of next week, and then now that begins to push some colder air, and it starts to kick off a bit of a snow event across the Pacific Northwest and Northern Rockies by the time we get into the middle part of the month. So snow accumulations will be light across the region as we go into the next 3 to 4 days, but it will begin to ramp up again late next week into the following weekend, with these areas in pink could be picking up several feet of snow for the Continental Divide, Rocky Mountain Front, down into Yellowstone National Park, and possibly down into the Sierra Nevada range, and then back up towards the Cascades as well as we look out towards the middle part of the month of March. So that gives you kind of a broad picture view and some planning purposes. If you're traveling around the region, be prepared for a little more winter-like weather late next week into the following weekend, again the closer we get to the middle half of March.